Welcome back to Find a Crypto. My name is Chase, level 1 CMT and full-time trader. Let's get to Chainlink USD first, and then we're going to actually cover Link Bitcoin and Link Ethereum. So those trading pairs, not often covered, but we're going to do it today. So weekend update, happy Friday. Let's get to it. To the upside, Chainlink, what do we have here? Well, here's where Chainlink can really pick up steam. If we can somehow win, and if this occurs, $19 to $18 area, right? This is it. Why? Well, let's go back to our initial pump of 2020 when we barely tapped on $20, right? You can see our close there. If we put on closing prices, makes it a little bit more clear. Here's our peak, our initial peak from back then. Also, fast forward, right? We have kind of this double peak. That's where our last gasp of air was for Chainlink in the early stages of the bull. The bear market, right? That was our last gasp, and that double tap on the lower stage here, right at $18. So if we can, recover that, that's where Chainlink will likely pick up the big bullish momentum. So you see Chainlink above $19 and closing, it's probably more go time than we've even seen already. So now, do I think that's likely to come sooner than later? No, not so much. Let's pump the brakes here, right? Let's not forget, that we've pumped, in the past couple of months, nearly 200%, right? Let's not forget that. This is a great move. And not to be taken lightly, of course, but I think we're likely to retest a little bit lower here before, the $20 Chainlink comes. So don't lose sight, right? I think it's coming. But that is, our above target. If it happens sooner than later, great. Just be prepared that the bulls are, running in the streets if we, break that down. So, okay. So that's, just where we are right now. I think we're more likely to retest at least the EMA 8, right? That's this initial little box here around, $11 area right now. Could we bounce there and go up here? Sure. But if we don't, right, if we close below the EMA 8 and don't bounce initially, right, don't lose hope. We're more likely doing what's called a throwback or a bullish retest of our breakout zone. And we've covered this in, previous Chainlink videos, and I'm not going to touch on this too much because I want to get to Link BTC and Link ETH. But this is kind of for fiat, for USD, right? This is the zone. Step one, the 200 week, right? That's a huge zone at 925 area. That's that little pink line. I know there's lots of pink. We can take off the Gaussian channel, but I wanted to show you this, that we haven't even turned green on the weekly Gaussian, right? The 5-day has just happened, right? In the past week or so. The weekly is probably still going to take maybe even till 2024, right? This marks, the first week of January right here, right? The end of this box. Are we going to turn green before then? Not likely. It could be right around that area. Okay. So the weekly is probably going to need a kind of a throwback retest of, roughly the $10 area is the top of this box, or the 21 week. Watch that. If we get above that, the 21 week is likely going to hold. That's likely, given this explosive move, the 21 week is where you want to be watching like a hawk. So that yellow line that will change weekly. Right now it's around $9. Also the 200 week there. So that is going to be the zone that you want to be looking for the foreseeable future. And we'll do more updates, obviously, throughout the week. So we'll update you as needed there. So hopefully that's crystal clear. Here's your zone from the start is around $10 to the low. And why do we paint this here? Well, just again, closing prices, right? Look at all the peaks here, right? These closing peaks on the weekly. And then not only that, but look at all the wicks as well, right? So encapsulate all those within this zone. So from $8 to $10, that's where you want to, dollar cost average into Chainlink. If you've missed this move, maybe you start at the EMA 8, maybe you load up bigger at the EMA 21, the yellow line, or the 200 week. Those are going to be huge. Not likely that we get a close back below this zone 1 or really the 200 week, right? You shouldn't be doing that after this breakout. So the 200 week, if you're lucky enough to pick some up in single digits again, that's probably a good idea, right? Okay, so that's Chainlink wrapped up in a nutshell for fiat. Until we talk again on Monday, let's look at Bitcoin. Link against Bitcoin, right? This is nothing to do with US dollar values. This is how much your link is valued against Bitcoin, right? You're trying to increase your link stack or Bitcoin stack. This is how you do it. Okay, so We've had this green line, right? We've had this painted here for months now, right? Previous peak back in November of 2022. Fast forward a year later, November 2023, the same peak, 4,300 Satoshis roughly, right? You can see that resistance. That is resistance. Chainlink overtakes that and closes above that. Remember closing prices. We close above that. Boom, right? It should take off. Now, is that going to happen really soon? Probably not. Maybe over the next 2 to 3 months when alt season happens. 2 to 3 months, probably. For the altcoin market, right? We're probably going to not only bust that down, but make a pretty explosive move. So how explosive? If we take this out, I would think at least this first ladder here. So another 50% gain against Bitcoin, right? Here's our next target. Once this falls, once 4,400 Satoshis falls, we're probably going to make a pretty rapid move to 6,700. Why? Well, look at these previous peaks, right? That's it. Closing prices, right? On the weekly, kind of this double top here, right? That's where we're looking at. 6,700. And once that falls, if we close above that, where we go? Our next ladder up, right? Our previous peak, 9,000. Right? These are pretty substantial moves. We're making a 2x now against Bitcoin from this breakout to our next, right? So 50% gain here, 100% gain here. Pretty epic, right? And will be expected. And not only that, after that one falls, where do we go? Our all-time high against Bitcoin. Not so sure we're going to see that real soon, but that's our next ladder, right? We have 3 steps. That's our biggest step, obviously. 16,000 Satoshis. So Bitcoin, right? That's the ultimate step. So Link against BTC, right? We're climbing out of the dirt here, right? The weekly red Gaussian channel still, but we're getting above it for the first time, right? We've seen a close above the Gaussian channel for the first time since November of 2020. 3 years. But a bullish close? Really? You got to go back even farther than that, right? It's like July of 2020. Last time we had a bullish close above the weekly Gaussian channel. That's pretty impactful, right? That's a pretty big statement. Not only that, but let's look at this, right? These patterns, this kind of W pattern forming on the big macro scale here. We could be doing something like that. What does that spell? Well, I can't even say it as good as our friend Charlie. Had to throw it in. All right, winning, right? So that's when Chainlink starts to take off bigger against Bitcoin. That is what we're looking at in a nutshell. So that is the weekly snapshot of Chainlink against Bitcoin. Hopefully that helps. First time in 3 years. Hello, wake up. Things are happening. Let's go to our friend Chainlink against Ethereum. Very similar, right? Here's our breakout level, our breakout zone, right? Looking a little bit more bullish against Ethereum than Bitcoin. So here's our hold level. This is what we want to look at. We ideally want to hold this level against Ethereum if we come back down, right? It seems like we're trying to go on a little bit of a chill. Here's our 100-week EMA right here, just south of the EMA 8. So that is where we want to hold. We don't want to see any closes back below here. We're trying to turn this channel back to green. Probably going to take even a little bit longer. I would say Q1 2024, maybe. Note also these lows, right? Low, lower low, lower low. We've tried to reverse that now with, look at this, right? Here's our new high, obviously. We made a high here, right? And look at this, higher low, right? So we've, by definition, reversed that trend. And now we're in a new uptrend. The start of the bullish momentum against, the kings, Chainlink and Bitcoin. Link is trying to move, right? In early stages of Link, it was pretty good against fiat, great against Bitcoin, and even took off against Ethereum, the king of alts, if you can go with that. But look again, right? Big things happening. We're getting weekly closes above the 100-week. Last time we did that, the 100-week wasn't even in fruition, right? Wasn't even in around. Last time we got bullish closes above the Gaussian channel on the weekly, again, it's been years. Chainlink is awakening, not to be taken lightly. So if you want to improve your Bitcoin stack, your Ethereum stack, Chainlink seems to be a pretty good bet, a good hedge against that, right? So this is, holding Chainlink now Follow these charts. This will improve your stacks against, Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? If you want to increase those, Chainlink is a good boat to be in for that, right? There's other alts that'll do that as well. So always recommend checking, whatever altcoin you're in, check it against Bitcoin, check it against Ethereum. You want to look for charts that are strong against the best, right? Link and, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are the top two by market cap, right? Plain and simple. I'm sure you're well aware of that, but you want to be in alts that are improving against Bitcoin and Ethereum. Hello, that's how you do it, right? Link is there, Bitcoin, gaining, right? The signs are there, right? First time in 3 years. So hopefully that helps. If you have any questions, want to see anything more in depth on this, right? Obviously ask away. But if you're wanting to, it's just like, right, the trading pairs against fiat, right? You're buying against, Link and Bitcoin at, if you miss this initial move, do it against, if you get a throwback again to the 21 week, a throwback to your levels, right? It's all the same thing, right? Don't make it too complex. Hopefully I've made it as simple as possible. If there's anything you're foggy on, leave me a question below. You want to see more of this? You want to see more altcoins against Bitcoin, altcoins against Ethereum, right? There's trading pairs are there, right? We can do that, and we will do that as the bull cycle picks up, as subscribers pick up. Spread the word. Thumbs up if you haven't already. Let's get to our quote and card of the day. Quote of the day. The tigers of wrath are wiser than the horses of instruction. Car of the day. Bugatti Chiron, pure sport. In blue or white, or the concept that I found in a convertible, matte with carbon. That's pretty insane. So this one doesn't exist. This guy just made it up, but I thought I'd bring it out because it looks pretty amazing. All right, I'll wrap it up there. Hopefully you found it helpful. Chainlink, spread the word. Word to your mother. Have a good weekend. I'll see you right back here on the next one.